Like everything's perfect, but nothing's quite like we wanted. We both know the deal. This isn't as simple as satisfaction. The future never happened. See, you found a different side. Stuck in between you and losing me. And I know you know it's wrong to keep on telling me. That's another scene to teach you out there.
Just did a little jog. I think this episode, I think this video I wanted to come on here and talk about kind of like living in the past or fixating on the past, I guess. Or honestly, something that I've kind of like struggled with, I guess I want to say, or something that I've really had to learn is to, like, it kind of requires me a decent amount of effort to like stay in the present, because the type of person, not the type of person I am, but the way that my brain works, it's very easy for me to just like fixate on the past and fixate on past decisions and what I could have done differently and imagine like different timelines and shit. And it's also in the inverse, is easy for me to fixate on the future and think about like what it could have looked like if I did things differently, or what my life could look like if I was doing things differently. And I think that I'm trying to one thing that I like, it's weird because I'm either kind of like fully present or I'm kind of like fully thinking about the past or the future, and I'm working on creating a balance between those two things, because recently the way that I've been maneuvering this fall and the way that I've been working so much, my job is very mindless, and it just allows me a lot of time to think, and usually what I'm thinking about is the past or the future or whatever, because there wasn't much, at least throughout the fall, there really wasn't much that I was doing at the current moment. And I do love the way that my brain works and the way that I think and the way that I like expand on things, because I think that's what allows me to be so creative. However, when I'm not doing anything creative at the moment, it's very easy to just fixate on the past or the present. So that's what I'm hoping, in being more productive and having more plans and projects and things that I'm trying to get to this year, turning my focuses towards those and not focusing so much on the past or what I could have done differently last year, because last year was kind of like a very bad year for me in terms of like progressing into like setting myself up for the future. Because what I'm saying is, like, last year I was literally so focused on living in the present that, like, I wasn't even considering the future. I wasn't thinking about where am I going to be even in like 2, 3, 4 months, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, but as soon as I would set a plan, something else would come up and I would completely ditch that. So, and that's something that I feel like I've talked about on here a good amount, is that I am focusing on trying to consider my future more and trying to consider my so I'm trying to find a balance between trying to consider my future more, but also leaving room for those variances, because I think it's good to, like, realistically, I don't know, especially with the things that I do and like the things that I want to do, I don't know what's gonna come up in, you know what I'm saying, 1, 2 months, 2, 3 months from now that I could be focusing on, that could, you know what I'm saying, require some of my focus that I do want to actually pay attention to and that I do want to focus on. So I want to leave room for that while still maintaining goals and maintaining focuses that I can control and that I can focus on long term, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of just something that has been very present on my mind recently, is just the intentionality of moving with trying to enjoy the present moment as much as possible and consider the future as much as possible as well, and leave room for things to come up that may change my priorities. But yeah, so March is going to be a very big month for me. March is a month of solitude for real. Like, I don't really plan on doing, I haven't been going out or doing anything with anybody for the last fucking couple months or whatever. But March, I really do plan on, like, really locking in, and it's just about, like, locking in these routines, because February was about kind of setting up the routines and figuring out the way in which that I want to live moving forward now that I have my own place. And now that we're in March, it's about, like, solidifying these routines, locking in, and finally starting to, like, actually take action on the things that I've been planning, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm saying, is when I'm thinking about the future, all I've been doing is planning. Now it's time to actually start acting on those things. And that's what all that March is about. I like to split my months into, like, 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks I'll kind of plan out at once, and then the next 2 weeks I'll kind of plan out when those 2 weeks are over. I think that if I can lock in and really get to everything that I want to get to within these 2 weeks, I'm setting myself up really great, not only for the rest of March, but, like, for the rest of I'm just setting myself up really great to just get that consistency and keep it rolling. Because once you it's really about getting over that hump. Once you make a decision, I'm gonna do this X, Y, and Z, and then you start doing it, it's like you know what I'm saying, you kind of in that iffy area. Like, it's easy to stop doing it, but it's also easy to continue going. I'm just trying to continue going, and then once we get there, which is going to be at the end of the 2 weeks, then it's just even easier to keep going. So yeah, so that's really all I'm trying to get to right now. My main focus is just keeping these YouTube videos up, because I feel like the way that I operate my YouTube videos is kind of just like showing off what I do daily in life. So it helps me be consistent in what I'm doing, because if my YouTube is literally just me living my life, you know what I'm saying, and making content, and, you know what I'm saying, getting it out there, you know what I'm saying, hopefully other people can see it, and hopefully that can turn into something in and of itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like the YouTube is really the thing rooting me in my consistency and in my drive and in my goals right now, which is good. I'm glad that I have something that's keeping me rooted in that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was a quieter one. Really just wanted to, I guess, get my points across and move into this month mindfully. I forgot I was using this as a mic. Move into this month mindfully with consistency and intentionality. But yeah, I hope to see y'all in the next video. Leave y'all song of the day in the comments, and we out.